Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatam vyasam tato jayam udirayet nashta prayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavate uttama shloke bhakti bhavati naishtike Om Jnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurummilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Caitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Nalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriya Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Bracharine Nirvisesha Shanyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vanchakalpa Tarulyasya Kripa Sindhu Vaevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Continue reading from Srimad Bhagavatam. We are on Canto 3, Chapter 12, Text 18. Tapa atishta badram te sarva bhuta sukhamaham tapaseva yatha purvam shrishta vishvam idam bhavan. My dear son, you had better situate yourself in penance, which is auspicious for all living entities and which will bring benediction upon you. By penance only shall you be able to create the universe as it was before. In the creation, maintenance, and dissolution of the cosmic manifestation, the three deities, Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwar, or Shiva, are respectively in charge. Rudra was advised not to destroy while the period of creation and maintenance was going on, but to situate himself in penance and wait for the time of dissolution when his services would be called for. So he's asked to do penance, austerities. Tapaseva param jyotir bhagwantam adhokshajam sarva bhuta guhavasam agyasa vindate puman. By penance only can one even approach the personality of Godhead, who is within the heart of every living entity, and at the same time beyond the reach of all senses. Rudra was advised by Brahma to perform penance as an example to his sons and followers that penance is necessary for attaining the favor of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna says that in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 5, text 29, that's called the peace formula. That Prabhupada would call that. That verse is the peace formula. And what is that? That Krishna is the benefactor of all sacrifices and penances. Means all sacrifices and penances should be done for the satisfaction of Krishna. Then we will be peaceful. In Bhagavad Gita, it is said that the common mass of people follow the path shown by an authority. Thus, Brahma, disgusted with the Rudra generations and afraid of being devoured by the increase of population, asked Rudra to stop producing such an unwanted generation and to take to penance for attaining the favor of the Supreme Lord. So now we know that when the time for dissolution is coming, that time what type of people are going to populate the worlds. because then they will be needed, then their service is needed. Why? To destroy the world. So then towards of Kali Yuga, then it's going to be more people more in the mode of ignorance. Therefore, we find in pictures that Rudra is always sitting in meditation for the attainment of the favor of the Lord. So now we find the reason why Lord Shiva is always sitting in meditation. And who is he meditating on? Do we inquire who does he meditate on? He's meditating always on Sankarshan. His Ishtadev is Sankarshan. He's always meditating on Sankarshan, who is an expansion of Krishna. Indirectly, the sons and followers of Rudra are advised to stop the business of annihilation, following the Rudra principle, while the peaceful creation of Brahma is going on. So, in fact, the followers of Lord Shiva are advised to follow his example. We should follow the example of the authority. Oh, my master is meditating on who? Oh, he's meditating on Lord Sankarshan. Let me also follow that example. Instead of imitating. Imitation is what creates unpleasant situation for everyone. Maitriya vacha evam atma bhuva dishtaha parikramya giram pati bhadam iti amam amantriya vivesha tapasevanam. Sri Maitreya said, thus Rudra, having been ordered by Brahma, circumambulated his father, the master of the Vedas. Addressing him with words of assent, he entered the forest to perform austere penances for the pleasure of Krishna, to gain the pleasure of Krishna. So when we are also performing austerity or penance, it should be done for the pleasure of Krishna. May Krishna be pleased with this austerity. May Krishna be pleased with the penance that I'm doing. Athabidya yataha sargam dashaputra praja genere bhagavad chakti yuktasya loka santana hetavaha. Brahma, who was empowered by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, thought of generating living entities and begot 10 sons for the extensions of the generations. So he got 10 sons. So that, because Brahma is thinking, oh, how can I do my service? Marichir atri ankira so pulastya pulaha kratu brigur vashishto dakshascha dashamas tatra naradaha. So Marichi, Atri, Angira, Pulastya, Pulaha, Kratu, Brigu, Vashishta, Daksha, and the 10th son Narad were thus born. The whole process of the creation, maintenance, and dissolution of the cosmic manifestation is meant to give the conditioned souls a chance to go back home, back to Godhead. Brahma created Rudra to help him in his creative endeavor. But from the very beginning, Rudra began to devour the whole creation. And thus he had to be stopped from such devastating activities. Brahma therefore created another set of good children who were mostly in favor of worldly, fruitive activities. He knew very well, however, that without devotional service to the Lord, there is hardly any benefit for the conditioned souls. And therefore he at last created his worthy son, Narad, who is the supreme spiritual master of all transcendentalists. Without devotional service to the Lord, one cannot make progress in any department of activity, although the path of devotional service is always independent of anything material. Only the transcendental loving service of the Lord can deliver the real goal of life, and thus the service rendered by Srimad Narad Muni is the highest among all the sons of Brahma. So we can see all these sons of Brahma, these are great personalities, Vashishta Muni, Bhrigu Muni, Pulatsya, Angira, Atri, Marichi, they're very great personalities, And Daksha, he's a great Prajapati. He's created so many generations. But Narad is the most worthy. Bhagavatam is calling him the most worthy. Why? Because Narad is a pure devotee. He was not interested in populating the universe or engaging in karmic activities. What was his interest? To always hear and chant the glories of Krishna, always engage in devotional service, and to give these opportunities to others. To give this opportunity to others. So now, because Brahmaji knew, okay, I have to populate the earth. But now when the living entities are going to come inside, then how will they know that they have to get out of here? Otherwise, all these people, Daksha and everyone, is just going to keep all the living entities still here by teaching them, oh, you work here, you enjoy here. But they need to get out. So Narad is going to help them get out. That which is the real reason. Brahmaji knows Krishna's heart, why Krishna has created this material world. That's why he gave Narad. So same when Srila Vyasadeva, he compiled the Vedas. Then he divided the Vedas into 4. Then he wrote the Itihasas, the Puranas, the Upanishads. Great, great works. Great works he did. And yet he was sitting dejected, feeling unhappy. Then his spiritual master, Narad Muni, came there. Said, what happened? Why are you feeling sad? Oh, I've written so much knowledge. So for the benefit of everybody. So people will know what to do, how to do, so they know how to act. But I still don't feel happy. Narad said, well, because you didn't inform them the most important thing, what they are supposed to do. And the most important thing is devotional service, bhakti yoga. You did not clearly tell them anywhere that you do bhakti yoga. And that is going to give you perfection. That's the reason you're feeling sad. Because Vyasadeva was thinking, oh my God, I've written all this, but it's going to keep people still suffering. So how am I benefiting them, Imagine all the Vedas he wrote, Rig, Sam, Yajur, Atharva, like he divided them, subdivided them, Puranas, Itihasas, Upanishads, so much literature. Yet he's feeling unhappy that, everybody will still continue to suffer. So Narad Muni saying, because you did not describe pure devotional service, you didn't write any literature which is going to tell the people, hey, give up everything, just engage in devotional service. Well, give up everything doesn't mean that we renounce prematurely, but in the sense, give up all other different ideas or different so-called religion, which is just going to still keep you here. And the reason Srila Vyasadeva, he wrote the Srimad Bhagavatam. And so we are very grateful to Narad Muni. He's the one who instructed Srila Vyasadeva to narrate the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is full, always stressing, engage in devotional service. Bhagavatam is the light, torchlight for the people of mode of Kali. We really don't know what to do. We ask people. We go out and ask people, what is the goal of life and how to achieve it? We will get all different answers. But are they correct answers? Bhagavatam is the one that gives us the correct answer. Engage in devotional service.
So just one question, Shilpaji. So that means that even when Brahmaji created, then he was also not happy at that time, right?
Yeah.
He was also not happy. He was also sad.
Yes.
That what am I doing, right?
Yes.
So now he was satisfied after creating Narad Muni.
Yes, because like Brahma, we read that he created ignorance, he created, what's that? Self-deceit, false ego.
They fight, yeah.
Yeah, and then he was feeling sad, oh my God, the living, because he knows what's our true position. He knows what should we be actually doing, but what we are going to be doing under the influence of this ignorance. So he knows the heart of Krishna. He knows that Krishna is creating this material world just to help us to get out of it. So then how? how can we get out? Only by devotional service. So we need personalities to teach us about devotional service. So he created Narad Muni.
Okay.
So Narad Muni is also a son of Brahmaji. So we see Vashishta Muni, Pulatsya, Angira, Marichi, they're all sons of Bhrigu Muni. They are all sons of Brahma. So they are brothers, you know. Bhrigu Muni and Lord Shiva, Narad, they're all brothers.
Bhrigu Muni is the same one who kicked on the chest of Lord, right? He's the same Bhrigu Muni he mentioned.
Yes, yes.
That's why he's brother, yeah. He's Shivji's brother, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we can see actually how the, you know, at least for me, I can say, when I was growing up, because of some movies and some way that Narad Muni's role was not perfectly portrayed. His Narad Muni's service was in fact
it was mocked, actually.
Mocked, yes.
Yes, it was mocked, yeah.
Yes, that's a good word. Thank you. And so when after I read Bhagavatam, I was like, oh my God, I was thinking
it's so highly,
I was thinking of such, you know, wrong way of Narad Muni, whereas he's such a great personality.
Very true. Yeah.
You know, I was like, oh my God. And so we have to be very careful, because these entertainment things, when they're trying to tell us about spiritual things, they're making it from a point of view of only entertainment and not to actually teach us the truth. You know, the truth can be learned only from the authorities who know the truth.
Yeah, many times we say, you know, like that, don't be like what Narad Muni.
Narad Muni, yes.
Yeah.
वही बोलने वाली थी कि तुम नारद मुनि जैसे
like go on there, passing there wrong. Yeah. True.
Yeah, it's so wrong. It's such a disservice to Narad Muni, who's such a pure devotee and who's wanting everyone to become devotees. You know?
True.
So we should, so those are only for entertainment purposes. And if we want to watch them, just remember that's only entertainment. I cannot put any real value to it. You know, but we get influence, right? We do get influence.
We do, right.
So text 23, Utsanga Narado Jajne Daksho Anugastat Swayam Bhuvaha Pranad Vashishta Sanjato Bhrigus Tvachi Karat Kratuhu. Narad was born from the deliberation of Brahma, which is the best part of the body. Vashishta was born from his breathing, Daksha from a thumb, Bhrigu from his touch, and Kratu from his hand. So we can see how Brahmaji is creating these sons by himself. Narad was born from the best deliberation of Brahma because Narad was able to deliver the Supreme Lord to anyone he liked. It was so potent, you know, Narad Muni is. We see how what's that? Mrigari the hunter. Mrigari the hunter, a hunter who enjoys to see the animal suffering, became a pure devotee of the Lord, that he didn't want to kill an ant. All the mercy of Narad Muni. He has that capacity, that compassion, that he has that power. Krishna has given him the authority. Okay, whoever you give me to, I will be theirs. Imagine, just imagine. The Supreme Personality of Godhead cannot be realized by any amount of Vedic knowledge or by any number of penances. So this is the reason Vyasadeva, after he wrote the Vedas, compiled the Vedas, separated the Vedas, recorded the Vedas, he was still unhappy because he knew we will not understand the truth by just following the Vedas. The Vedic knowledge is very flowery. It will still keep us in this material world. It will attract us to go to the heavenly planets. And it encourages, like, tapasya, penance, prayaschit, all those things. But he knew that we will not be able to understand the Supreme Lord. But a pure devotee of the Lord, like Narad, can deliver the Supreme Lord by his good will. The very name Narad suggests that he can deliver the Supreme Lord. Nara means the Supreme Lord, and the means one who can deliver. That he can deliver the Supreme Lord does not mean that the Lord is like a commodity that can be delivered to any person. But Narad can deliver to anyone the transcendental loving service of the Lord as a servant, friend, parent, or lover, as one may desire, out of one's own transcendental love for the Lord. In other words, it is Narad only who can deliver the path of Bhakti Yoga, the highest mystic means for attainment of the Supreme Lord. So we can see in our parampara starts with Krishna. Krishna gave the knowledge to Brahmaji. Brahmaji, he created Narad Muni. Narad Muni gave to Srila Vyasadeva. And Vyasadeva gave to so many others, Sukadev Goswami, Madhvacharya. In our line of disciplic succession, of course, it comes to Madhvacharya. That's how the disciplic succession is coming. And so it is authentic. It's delivering us the pure knowledge, the transcendental knowledge without any adulteration. As just we were saying that how this entertainment movie people, they are showing Narad Muni in a wrong way. So, but we are receiving the knowledge through this parampara system, the correct knowledge, the way it's supposed to be understood. And then what struck me is, as one may desire out of one's own transcendental love for the Lord. So we, each of us, have this love for the Lord in our hearts. Each of us, it's not an artificial imposition. As Prabhupada would say in his words, it's not an artificial imposition of the mind, but it's a natural, it's natural to each and every living entity that we, each of us, have an eternal loving relationship with the Supreme Lord. And we are totally disregarding it. We are totally disregarding it and trying to become the Lord ourselves. You say, oh, why should I love the Lord? I'm the Lord myself. Who is he? So it's in our benefit if we can hear and chant, and give this. The more we give Krishna to others, the more we will experience Krishna. Give this knowledge to others in the mood of Narad Muni. Narad Muni, very compassionate, very compassionate. We'll see that when Daksha curses him that you will not be able to stay in one place, Narad Muni is happy. He's very happy. Oh, good, I don't want to stay in one place. I want to go everywhere and tell everyone about Krishna. He's so compassionate, so merciful. Means how much love he has for us. Because compassion is a quality of love. It stems from pure love. The more love we have, the more compassion we will have. The true compassion. So Pulahona Bito Jajne Pulas Tyakra Nayor Rishihi Angira Mukhato Akshno Atrir Marichir Manaso Abhavat. Pulatsya was generated from the ears, Angira from the mouth, Atri from the eyes, Marichi from the mind, and Pulaha from the navel of Brahma. So all his different 10 sons are coming from his different parts of his body, but Narad Muni came from his deliberation. He wanted Narad Muni to come. Dharma sthana dakshinato yatra narayana swayam adharma prasthato yasman mityur loka bhayankaraha. Religion was manifested from the breast of Brahma, wherein is seated the Supreme Personality of Godhead Narayan, and irreligion appeared from his back, where horrible death takes place for the living entity. That religion was manifested from the place where the personality of Godhead is personally situated is very significant, because religion means devotional service to the personality of Godhead, as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita as well as the Bhagavatam. So we think religion means some particular faith we are following, Christianity or Muslim or Hinduism, but that is the faith. Faith can be changed. Somebody may be following the Hindu, we call Hindu Dharam, right? But that's a faith. Somebody might be following Hinduism, but they might change to Christianity. Or somebody might be following Christianity, they might change to Islam. But what is religion? Religion means to love God. That is religion. And how to love God, that process is devotional service. That's bhakti yoga. How to love God. In Bhagavad Gita, the last instruction is to give up all other engagements in the name of religion and take shelter of the personality of Godhead. This is the reason Krishna says Sarva Dharma Parityagya, because we have made up so many different conceptions in our own mind and think that this is religion. And now there are more and more things coming up, in the name of spirituality. I don't even know, like there's nothing to do with spirituality, but then people think it's spiritual. But what is it actually? To love God. That's all. That's all. We just have to love God. And that's our natural position. Srimad Bhagavatam also confirms that the highest perfection of religion is that which leads to the devotional service of the Lord, unmotivated and unhampered by material impediments. So that is pure devotional service. Devotional service which is unmotivated, means there is no material desire. There is no desire for liberation. There is no desire for karma kanda. There is no desire that I will be happy if I engage in some activity for my material benefit, which is going to keep us here in the material world. And unhampered by material impediments. Unhampered means it is what? It's always, not that it's there for some time and not for some time. No, somebody who loves Krishna loves him always, without interruption. Religion in its perfect form is the devotional service of the Lord, and irreligion is just the opposite. So religion actually is, because religion means to love God. We can see the dictionary meaning also, love God. How do we love God? Bhakti, devotional service. The act of devotional service is also loving God. So we can see devotional service is the process and it is the goal. Is the process and the goal. So, and what is irreligion? Irreligion means we want to turn away from God. We want to do whatever we want to do out of our own free will. And then we see what it brings out in us. It brings out all the demoniac qualities in us because we start thinking, I'm superior. Nobody's greater than me. The heart is the most important part of the body, whereas the back is the most neglected part. When one is attacked by an enemy, one is apt to endure attacks from the back and protect himself carefully from all attacks on the chest. Many types of irreligion spring from the back of Brahma, whereas religion, the devotional service of the Lord, is generated from the chest, the seat of Narayan. Anything which does not lead to devotional service of the Lord is irreligion. And anything which leads to the devotional service of the Lord is called religion. That's the reason in the very beginning, Bhagavatam, it immediately rejects the Kaitava Dharma, cheating religion. Bhagavatam, in the second verse itself of the first canto, says Bhagavatam rejects all types of cheating religion. What is a cheating religion? Anything which takes one away from loving God. That is cheating. That is just, what do you say? Why it's called cheating religion? Because it's packaged as religion, but it's really not. Religion means love God, and that is devotional service. Is that okay? So we can see that it's only devotional service. So we should take up this process with faith, with enthusiasm, with determination, that this is the only way. This is the only thing I'm supposed to do. I have love for Krishna in my heart. The only way I can discover this love is through devotional service. There is no other way, no amount of knowledge. No amount knowledge, what I mean is, the gyan, that, oh, I'm the matter, which is not connected to Krishna. No amount of yoga, meditation is going to bring me to this point. Only devotional service can bring me. So let me give up all other processes. Let me not get distracted. Oh, maybe this or maybe that. As Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Vyavasayatmika buddhir ekeha kuru nandana. You know, what's that? Bahushakha se anantyascha. That those who are not resolute in purpose, their intelligence is many branched. But those who are fixed in devotional service, then their purpose, they're determined. So we should take up this process of devotional service without any doubt, with firm faith. Is that okay?
Yes. And I just want to add, I think when you have devotional service, bhakti, Krishna will give you the gyan also. It comes.
Yes,
Right.
yes, yes.
It will
Because
come. Yeah.
Gyan and Vairagya always follow bhakti.
Yeah.
That's the true Gyan, in fact. That's the true Gyan, because the other Gyanis, what they are trying to understand, oh, Aham Brahmasmi, I am the Supreme Brahman. But that is not really true Gyan. When we engage in bhakti, yes, very right, thank you, thank you. Krishna from within the heart destroys our ignorance.
Yes.
And with the shining lamp of knowledge, he says in the Bhagavad Gita, right? That to those who are devoted to me in love, I give the knowledge by which they can come to me. I, with the shining lamp of knowledge, destroy the ignorance. You know? Yes, very true. Thank you. Thank you. So we just have to engage in bhakti. That's all. You know? No need for us to think maybe, maybe not, maybe I pray to Lord Shiva. But we can see Lord Shiva is also engaged in bhakti. What is he doing? He is also engaged in bhakti, doing penances for the pleasure of Krishna. What is Lord Ganesh doing? He is also following. Why is he doing whatever he's doing? He's a pure devotee of the Lord. You know, he's a pure devotee of the Lord. Because Vyasadeva told him that you can write the Bhagavad Gita. Ganesh helped him write the Mahabharata, put it in pen. So, but you will write only if you understand it. And Bhagavad Gita is a part of Mahabharata. And Ganesh told him, yes, okay, I will write only what I understand. So means Ganesh understands the full Bhagavad Gita. He's a pure devotee. You can see all these great personalities are pure devotees, in fact. So we should follow in their footsteps and also get devotion for Krishna. So I hope it's okay. Thank you so much for joining in today morning.
Thank you.
Thank you for your participation and your questions and your association. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Prem, Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.